Looking back at it, seeing that the last video of me getting to Prestige Master was the 500th video on this channel, and me actually watching that video of me hitting Prestige Master, I begun to realize how much of a lackluster video that actually was, because I feel like nothing really happened in that overall video of me grinding, because I believe at that point it was only like two more levels that I had to do, and I was, playing with my friend Alex underscore kill switch, but then he accidentally uninstalled his game midway through the grind session, so it was just kind of like me playing by myself and getting to Prestige Master, and it even being really lackluster because once you hit Prestige Master, instead of it giving you the option to like Prestige into it, it kind of just automatically enrolled you into it. The numbers turned from white to orange, and then that's kind of just what happened, right? So I kind of wanted to do like this kind of like commentary to really talk about that experience because believe it or not, I actually did enjoy getting to Prestige Master. Like obviously it happened so much quicker than I originally thought. Obviously when I made the video talking about my gripes with the game as well as me wanting to Prestige Master, that was like back when this game came out in October, and I think I even uploaded that video like in I want to say November. And I know if you guys are, interested to kind of see how long it actually took me, like day by day, to actually do the prestiges. I know prestige, getting to prestige master was one thing, but the journey was another. And Black Ops 6 actually has like this cool system, which you'll be seeing on the screen in a little bit, about like you hitting certain prestiges and milestones, as well as like the dates that you actually did it. So within this little clip that I'm gonna be showing right here, you're actually going to be seeing how long each prestige actually took me. Obviously, you're seeing that it took me, my first prestige into prestige one was in November 7th, right? So basically, November 7th all the way up to, I think, like February is what it actually took me to actually get to prestige master. And it's really interesting to kind of see like the divide in the time, because if I'm actually calculating it, and you'll be able to see here on the screen too, but I think each prestige took me about, I feel like without double XP, it took me roughly like, 11 to 14 days, so basically 2 weeks. And then once double XP hit, I think it took me like 2 or 3 days, because I know there's going to be a prestige in here somewhere where it's like I prestige one day and then I basically prestige again like the next day, right? So it's like when double XP was actually hitting, I was just grinding super hard to get to that actual point. So yeah, like I'm saying on the screen, it shows you to kind of see how long it took me. So basically November 7th to February is what it took me to get from Prestige 1 to Prestige Master, as well as like the levels before that actual Prestige, right? So it's really interesting to kind of see how long it actually took me overall. And it's really interesting, right? Because I'm pretty sure when I made that initial video, I was already like Prestige 1 when I said that I wanted to hit Prestige Master. So we got to see that it took me November, December, January, February. It took me 4 months to actually get to Prestige Master in comparison to like the video where I was mentioning that I was going to be giving myself at least like one Call of Duty cycle, which tends to be like 10, 11 months or maybe even a year until like the next Call of Duty comes out to reach this milestone. So the fact that I finished this quick is very I guess it was exciting at the time, but now I'm kind of left with like, what do I even do now? I know a lot of people were actually mentioning, or by people I mean my friends who are not prestige masters yet, they were mentioning to me that I should be going all the way up to the level 1000, but believe it or not, I don't think I am as motivated to get to level 1000 as, maybe I thought I was, just because I'm actually noticing that it is going to take a lot, and I mean like a lot of grinding to actually get to that level. I don't know how the levels work once you hit Prestige Master, but I feel like I've been leveling up pretty slow. Like I believe at the moment I am Prestige Master level either 58 or 59, so I basically only went up like 3 or 4 levels since hitting Prestige Master. And obviously I'm not grinding this game as much as I was beforehand, right? Even though when I did hit Prestige Master it was double XP, I feel like the grind for me kind of stopped after that because there's really no reason to do it. And I know a lot of you guys might be even curious as to how I managed to get to Prestige Master or what were my grinding methods to do so, right? And in all honesty, my grinding methods were very repetitive, two, can be boring to a lot of people, and three, it's like very bare bones and standard, right? Originally, I was playing Nuketown 24/7, and I was only playing Nuketown 24/7 for like majority of like the multiplayer grind. The only reason I would move over to a game like or a game mode like Stakeout 24/7 was because I wanted to get my melee weapons gold and diamond. So I actually would go in between those two, where it's like if I wanted to do actual guns, I would do Nuketown. If I wanted to do melee weapons, I would do Stakeout. And I was actually able to get my I'm pretty sure I was able to get my melee weapons diamond, and then I believe I was able to get I think it's my ARs, my assault rifles diamond, and I got my SMGs diamond. And the way that I also do it, because I don't know if it's the same thing, I was just doing it just because. But I think if you're actually grinding camos, it actually makes it a lot faster to level up. So I know I would save some guns to gold, and then I would prestige. And once I prestige and I went over to the next prestige, I would use those guns and get them gold with double XP, whether it was a token or a double XP event. I know personally I was kind of waiting for the events more than using my tokens because something about using tokens because I know it's going to be gone at the end of the day, even though I was getting a lot of tokens for the Little Caesars collab. But I digress. So I would just get the gold, the camo with the double XP to level up faster, and I would try my hardest to kind of correlate that with diamond as well. So if I was like prestiging soon, I would kind of save the diamond camos for that actual level up. And that was about it. Like, I really didn't go for Dark Spine or Dark Matter for any of my weapons, which I know a lot of people kind of want to go for that first before they prestige. And I think one of the people that I play with, Tiny Enchilada, he actually has everything Dark Matter. And I don't know if he was working on the zombies, but I know he has Dark Matter. So it's really interesting to see that I was able to get to Prestige Master just grinding out the game without relying on the camo grinding, because I never really saw myself as a camo grinder. So after getting like the ARs and the subs and the melee weapons, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is it because I'm not good with like any other weapon, let alone like, launchers and stuff like that, right? Like I was just not gonna be doing something like that for anything when it came to the grinding, because I didn't want to ruin the fun for me, right? I didn't want to make it seem like it was an actual grind of the game. So yeah, so when it came to the multiplayer side of things, Nuketown 24/7, Stakeout 24/7, doing camos here and there, or basically just trying to get the top of the leaderboard and get as many wins as I can. I know it sounds boring because I'm only playing one or two maps, but that was basically how I was enjoying the game for the most part. And then moving along from there, this is where like the grinding kind of took off for me, just because I know a lot of the videos that you probably saw me doing, and even this video alone as well, right? Like it's going back to zombies, back to Citadel de More, and I feel like this map really changed things for me when it came to the grind of this game because of how simple it was to grind XP while you're playing zombies. So I know for me, like all of my videos, and even this one as well, this one might be different because it shows me actually doing something that's not just killing zombies, but the thing I would do in Citadel the more to make it easy for me is I would go for, I know within every single gameplay I would do with Citadel the more, or a game that I would play of this game, I would get all four swords, right? But in reality, you only needed two swords, that being the lion sword or like the light sword, as well as the lightning sword. More so when it comes to the lightning sword, you actually need it to actually unlock the box that has the elemental scroll for lightning, because that lightning one, if you actually use it against like the brutes, like the amalgamations, it actually almost insta kills it, like it stuns it and then the health goes completely down. And then with the light one or the lion sword, when you actually use its full ability, you actually, I believe, you regenerate health as well as your shield for the zombies that you hit. So having those two in combination really made the high rounds a bit easier, because I could just gain shield by getting nothing but the power up of the lion sword, and then obviously I would get through a lot of the bosses, especially the amalgamations. I was able to get through them pretty quickly using the lightning fist to kind of stun them and kill them instantly, and I was basically just doing that rinse and repeat. I know that sounds really boring, and believe me, it was really boring to have to do this over and over and over and over again, but it was really effective for me to actually get through the levels as quick as I did, because I don't know if this is how it balances out, but I feel like I was getting a lot more XP in zombies, or I was going up more in levels in this game. And obviously, with me being a zombies player now, like I really enjoy playing zombies. I like doing the Easter eggs. Obviously, you've seen my friends, Tiny Enchilada and Crazy Monkey carry me on Terminus and Liberty Falls, and then I was able to kind of carry them through Citadel de Mor as well as the Tomb, right? So like I'm really enjoying zombies, and I realized that my zombies equipment wasn't on par with what theirs was at the end of the day. So I was kind of using zombies as a way to not only play the game but grind the augments. I know I mentioned that a lot of times that by the end of my grinding, all of my perks, even the new one, Death Perception, I have that one completely maxed. I have all of my actual perks maxed. When it comes to like the field upgrades, I believe I only have Ether Shroud completely full. I think I might have the electricity one as well, or like the healing one completely maxed. So I need to work on the other ones. And then when it comes to the weapon mods, I do have the Healing Aura as well as Kyro Freeze completely maxed out. So I'm working on Deadwire right now. So I had like a lot more incentive to play zombies just because of the fact that it was giving me that increase in XP for playing it, as well as like completing the challenges for the augment. So I had like a reason to play, and it was really interesting because I know zombies for me is like a game mode where I'm able to kind of just shut off my mind and play the game. So what I would actually do is actually just play zombies without my headset, and I would actually be listening to other videos that I've kind of been getting more into. Like I was watching like gaming videos, news videos about certain things that are coming up, wrestling videos. So I was kind of just going through everything. So it's not like I'm gonna shout out any channels because all the channels are bigger than mine. But I was watching like I really like going to Disneyland, so I was watching like Disneyland channels, like Fresh Baked, and I think it's SoCal Disney Dad. Like there's just really long videos about Disneyland, so I was just watching them. Obviously ProZD, I was watching a lot of his ranking videos and eating the menu videos. So I was just basically watching any form of content that was like long in hours, and obviously I would sometimes watch my friend Degra do some of the things that he does as well with like his reactions, gaming streams, so on and so forth. So I was legit just playing this game while I was listening to like long forms of content to make it a bit more bearable for me. And I know I was doing this even during work sometimes, like during my lunch break, I would play a little bit and I would just keep on doing what I was doing. So at the end of the day, like I mentioned, it was a really slow grind, but those are basically the two methods that I did to get to where I was with Prestige Master. So, like I mentioned, multiplayer, strictly Nuketown and Stakeout, grinding ARs as well as some machine guns to get Diamond, and then obviously Stakeout was for the melee weapons, and then everything else to do with like upgrades of augments, perk augments, field augments, mod augments for the guns, all of that for zombies is Citadel de Mor with the lion sword to get the shield as well as your health back, as well as like I mentioned the lightning scrolls to really kill a bunch of like the elite bosses in this game mode. So that was basically it. That's kind of how I basically got to prestige, well basically level 1 back in like October, November, all the way to prestige master in basically like early February. And I think I had mentioned it before too in other videos, where I know there was like a brief period within November when it was like Thanksgiving and there was like double XP during Thanksgiving. I wasn't able to play that event. So in all honesty, if I would have stayed instead of going out with family and I actually grinded the game, which in hindsight I would never do. I do value family more than playing video games. But if I would have actually stayed here and grinded the game during that double XP, chances are I would have actually been able to get to Prestige Master before the end of the year with how fast and how much I was actually grinding during these kind of double XP events. But obviously, finishing in February, obviously so many more months in advance compared to what I initially thought was a lot better than I could ever ask for. So at the end of the day, I'm really happy with the progress that I made. And it's really interesting because that was like a big series of mine of like, hopefully this lasts me quite some time. But now that I'm done, it's like, I honestly don't know what to do now apart from playing other games, which I know I do have one or two videos in the back burner, one being the Fortnite Godzilla event, which I'm pretty sure that's kind of long gone, as well as, multiverses gameplay with my friend Alex underscore Killswitch playing the game before it kind of gets shut down. So as a whole, I really enjoyed playing this game and getting to Prestige Master. It was really nice kind of seeing the progression to that point of Prestige Master, but at the end of the day, I feel like it was pretty lackluster on my end to kind of get to it this fast. Maybe I should have kind of just expanded the amount of time I was playing and just really give myself a break every now and then. But I was going really hard on these events, so in hindsight, I should have definitely just given myself more time to relax and enjoy the game. And I'm pretty sure now that I'm Prestige Master, if I go back to this game for like future zombie maps or anything else, I should probably play other maps too, right? Especially since I spent all of these months just playing two specific maps. But if I go back to playing this game, hopefully it's a lot more enjoyable for me now that I'm not having to really grind for anything and just enjoy the game for what it is. Like I mentioned, level 1000 is something, but I'm definitely not going to be reaching that anytime soon, or maybe even ever. So I'm really just hoping that I can enjoy this game, and I really am interested to see what the future has in store for me. Because I know, like I'm mentioning, I do play other games, but this one was like a pretty big one for me, and I honestly enjoyed grinding, y'all. Like this game was really, really fun to grind, but man, it was really lackluster. But hopefully you guys enjoyed me kind of rambling a little bit about this game, as well as like my means of progressing, because I know for a lot of people getting to Prestige Master, especially like I had mentioned, the top content creators, they're basically pretty much done getting to Prestige Master within a couple of weeks, or even probably like a month or two after the game released, with how much time that they had. So for me to be able to get from October to February. Like I mentioned, that was October, November, December, January. That was 5 months compared to the 12 months. It was really quick for me. So I'm happy where what I am. If any of you guys are playing Black Ops 6 and you guys are also in this journey, or if you care about being a Prestige Master, let me know what your guys' level is down in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, I never ask for likes or subscriptions just because I kind of do this as a means of like progression. I always mention that my YouTube channel is more so like a portfolio in a way, where it's like me not necessarily wanting it to grow big, which is as a portfolio of my successes in some ways, or like my big dubs in a way, as opposed to just like wanting to get really, really big on this channel. So I'm really content with the progress I made. Like I mentioned, I don't know what's in store for me in the future. I know there's some games that I've been wanting to play, and I don't know if I'll be making videos on, because I know like for PlayStation, the High on Life game dropped, and I'm really enjoying that game from like the 1 or 2 hours that I played. But yeah, it's probably just going to be more Call of Duty stuff down the road, if I kind of get back and I play with friends and we go for big cool gameplay moments on our maps, or even within the next zombie stuff whenever that actually comes out. Hopefully we're able to do a lot more game stuff for you guys, Black Ops related, because like I mentioned, I don't see myself stopping playing this game, but I'm definitely not going to be grinding this game as much as I did. But like I mentioned, if you guys are in this race to be a Prestige Master, hopefully you guys are enjoying that progression. Hopefully you guys are high level, low level. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the game. Like I mentioned, if you guys are on this journey, feel free to leave what your prestige and your level is down in the comment section below. And yeah, let's see what the future has in store for us, y'all, because I'm really excited to kind of see what the rest of this year is going to bring for me, since we're still pretty new to it, right? Like it's still February, we're still 2 months in. So let us see what's in store for us. I'm really, really excited. I'm really, really happy with where I'm at, and let the positivity continue, not only for me, but hopefully for all of you guys as well. So peace out, y'all, until we meet again, whenever that video actually is. Man, I'm so happy for this, but man, it kind of sucks. I really do hate how this thing all happened so quick, but beggars can't be choosers, right? So yeah, I'm already here, so let's see what's in store for us, y'all. Peace out, y'all. I'm gonna stop rambling. I gotta get back to work, so I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace out, y'all. I'll probably just let this finish, because I basically just me completing the everything to do in this map. So it's a couple of seconds, but there we go. We did it. All right, let's get out of here, y'all. Take care.